Well, there's a few minimum criteria. So, firstly, you got to be 21 years old and above, and you need some minimum academic qualifications, right, such as A level, diploma, or degree in any fields, right? And then after that, you got to take a couple of modules, exam papers, to apply for your license with MAS. So generally, there's about 3 papers that you have to take to get your license with MAS to become a financial advisor representative. Um, so depending on what kind of products you want to specialize in or what area of business you want to specialize in, there are different modules that you will need to study and pass the exams. But the exams are really not that hard. It may take you a week or two to study for each paper. So you've got 3 papers to pass. So generally, most of my candidates can complete this in a matter of 4 to 6 weeks. Well, I think the first phase of your career is probably the most challenging, right? How do you go from 0 to 10, right? Or even from 0 to 1, getting your first client, right? So when you start out, you have no experience and you have no accolades, right? So that's really where the challenge is. So in fact, in my first 6 months, I struggled quite a bit, and I was not even making minimum wage. I was averaging less than $1,000 a month in commission, right? So, but the difference here is you're not an employee. You're building your own business. So that takes time, right? Just like building any other business. So you need a level of resilience and determination to get through this phase, right? There's a price to pay, right, in success. So if you're willing to pay the price, and if you take the initiative to learn and grow, you will eventually get through this. So one of the key qualities, I believe, is being hungry, right? Because in our business, we need to be highly motivated and have a level of self-accountability, right? Because nobody is going to come check in on you every day and ask you, how are you? How is your sales going? So we need that self-motivation to be able to perform well in our business, right? And secondly, I think having a track record of excellence in any domain is also largely helpful, right? So be it in sports or in the arts or even in your previous career, if you have demonstrated a level of excellence, it means you have the qualities or the personality traits to do well at a task, and that is very transferable, right? So for instance, previously I was an aerial acrobat, right? And the level of discipline and determination that is required to be a high level acrobat is something that still serves me until today. And lastly, I think being open is incredibly important, right? What I mean by being open is being open to learn, right? To unlearn or relearn, right? Because in this business, there may be a lot of things that you do not know at the beginning, right? Especially at the beginning. And you got to be humble enough and open-minded enough to learn from those who have, who have demonstrated excellence, right? So to be able to learn the ropes and therefore to ultimately become, independent, and you can be productive by yourself. In our business, I think it's really important to keep our eyes on the price, right? Which means the goals that you've set out for yourself at the beginning of the year, right? That will form the fuel for you to keep running, right? So that's your why. And when your why is clear, the how and the what will figure itself out. We don't just look at whether we are seeing results immediately, but we focus on whether we are doing the activities that will lead us to the results that we want. So as long as you're planting the seeds and you're doing your job, right, the results will naturally come. But if you keep focusing on the results, right, and you want immediate results, right, you're not going to get it. So the key here is to focus on what you can control, right, which is the activities that we do, the sales activities, having appointments, keeping up with the industry updates, right, market updates, and building relationship with our clients, right. That's the things that we can control, and we are able to increase our probability of having the outcome that we want, right? So I would say focus on the activities and the processes rather than on the results, because the results will take time to come to fruition.